see everyone again. So Charlie, what have we been up to this week? We've been writing limericks! Yeah! We have. We've been writing limericks. And limericks are little funny poems, aren't they? With only 5 lines, so they're not too difficult to do, but you do have to have a little thought because they have to rhyme, and actually they're quite funny. Yeah, they are funny, Grandma. Yeah, we had great fun doing ours this week, didn't we? Yeah, we did, Gran. Because on Tuesday it was National Limerick Day, and that's a special day held every year to celebrate Edward Lear. Edward Lear? Yeah, do you remember? Edward Lear was, because he was born over 200 years ago. 200? He's older than Captain Tom! Wow! Yes, over 200 years ago. And he was an artist and a poet. Oh, did he like drawing, Grandma? He loved drawing. And he used to write these, well, he's very famous for nonsense. Oh, like me then, Grandma. You always say I'm full of nonsense. Yes, just like you, Charlie. I do say Charlie's often full of nonsense, don't I? Yeah. So he used to write nonsense poems. And, well, actually, here's some of his drawings up here around us. Wow, he was great. He was. And he wrote a nonsense book with nonsense poems in. And he was famous for his little limericks. Oh! And obviously he was very good at drawing, so he used to do his illustrations with his little limericks and poems. And he also made up nonsense words. What? Yeah, nonsense words like quangle wangle. Quangle wangle? That is nonsense, isn't it? Oh, I'd like to have a go at that. Well, perhaps we'll do that later. Perhaps we'll write a few nonsense words, Charlie. That would be right up your street, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would, Grandma, it would. Lovely. So, shall we begin by reading an Edward Lear limerick to you and show you one of his illustrations with it? Oh yeah, can we, Grandma? Yeah, oh, definitely. So here we are, look. Here's one of Edward Lear's illustrations. It's a man with a big nose, Grandma. It is, it's a man with a big nose. So you can guess what this limerick's all about, can't you? Yeah, I think I can. So here we are, here's Edward Lear's limerick. There was an old man with a nose who said, "If you choose to suppose that my nose is too long, you are certainly wrong." That remarkable man with a nose. Oh, it's not silly, is it? Because all the birds are nesting and sitting on his nose, so it does serve a purpose. I love it, Grandma, I love it. I love that one too. But obviously, Edward Lear, 200 years ago is a long time, so we don't have any more of Edward Lear's poems. We can find them and read his nonsense book, but today we have a wonderful writer called Michael Rosen, and he wrote a nonsense book too. Oh yes, he did. And in his nonsense book there are loads of really funny little rhymes and limericks. So here's one that Michael Rosen wrote. So are you ready? Yeah. Are you really ready, Charlie? Look out for this one. Why, Grandma? Why? Oh, you'll find out soon, Charlie. Oh, all right. It'll make you laugh. Oh, great. Right, come on, Grandma. Okay. There was an old man from Crewe who wanted to know how to moo. He studied a cow to try and learn how, but all he could do was boo. Oh, Grandma, Charlie. It frightens you and then it makes you laugh, doesn't it? I like that one, Grandma. Yeah, I like that one too. So, I don't know, but maybe you could all have a go at writing a little limerick. Yeah, it's really fun. Yeah, because it's meant to be a really funny little poem. And a limerick only has, can you remember how many lines, Charlie? Yeah, no, I can't, Grandma. It only has 5 lines. So not too much to write. No, that's right, Gran. Yeah, only 5 lines. So the first, the second and the 5th line, they all have to rhyme. Do they? Yes, and they all have to have, can you remember how many syllables? I remember that, Grandma. 8 or 9. That's right, they usually have 8 or 9 syllables. And a syllable is the sound a word makes. So, how many sounds a word makes? So if we said the name Charlie, how many syllables in Charlie? Charlie. Charlie. That's 2, Grandma. That's it. Charlie has 2 syllables. What about, because you are wonderful, what about wonderful, Charlie? Wonderful. 3. That's easy, Grandma. That's it. It's not too difficult once you get the idea of it. So it's always easiest if you write the first, the second and the 5th line to begin with, because the end word on each of those lines have to rhyme. So if you get that sorted to begin with, then the lines 3 and 4, they're quite easy really. Yeah, they are. They were the easiest, Grandma. And can you remember how many syllables 3 and 4 lines have? Was it 5 or 6? Gosh, Charlie, you are so good at remembering things. Charlie, you are amazing with your numbers. Oh, thanks, Grandma. I have been trying. You really have. Well done. That's right. Like Charlie said, 3 and 4 line just has 5 or 6 syllables. So if you get cracking and you have a little bit of fun, you'd be surprised what you can come up with. And the first line usually has something. It's usually the last word is either a person or a place, but it doesn't have to be. We didn't always use that, did we, Charlie? You did though, Charlie, didn't you, with yours? Yeah, I did. So, I don't know, maybe you could have a go at writing a limerick today. Yeah, have a go. It's really good fun to do. Yeah, so, Charlie, shall we read them? Our limericks. Oh, yeah. Come on, Grandma, shall we? And also, we did an illustration, like Edward Lear did, for his little limericks and poems. Yeah, we did, didn't we? Yeah, yours was fantastic, Charlie. Yeah, I loved doing it. Right, okay, well then, without further ado, who shall we do first? Oh, mine, Grandma, mine, please. Yeah. Gosh, she's very excited about yours. Right, here we are then. Here's Charlie's. Yeah, can you see that's my favourite friend called Pete? Oh, yes. And Pete, Pete obviously lives down the zoo, so maybe we'll go and hopefully we'll see Pete soon. Yeah, hopefully we will. Anyway, here's Charlie's little limerick about Pete. Yes, about Pete. My most favourite friend is called Pete. You should see the great size of his feet. One day in the bath, he made us all laugh. Even soap could not make his feet sweet. Poor old Pete, he has stinky feet. Oh, poor old Pete, you're right, Charlie. Stinky feet, oh, I love it, that's so good. Well done, Charlie. That's made us all smile today, hasn't it? I'm sure it was made me smile. I hope it's made you smile. Right, here's mine. Oh, I haven't seen yours yet, Grandma. No, you might have a little surprise, Charlie. Eh? Oh, wait and see. Right, here's Grandma's. Hang on a minute, Grandma. Yes. Can you remember? Oh, don't remind me. Oh, Grandma. Yes, here's Grandma's then. Charlie the chimp likes to... Oh, I've done that wrong, Charlie. I've missed a word out. Have you? Yes, it will all be wrong if I miss this word out. Cheeky Charlie the chimp likes to bake. And banana's his favourite cake. From the floor to the tin, his cake mix was scraped in. Yes, you're right. What a mess he did make. Oh, I didn't mean to, Grandma, honest. No, I know you didn't mean to, Charlie. It made us laugh, didn't it? Yeah, it did, Grandma. We had a good laugh. Yeah. So, there we are. There's all of our limericks. And maybe you've had a bit of fun listening to them, and maybe it's made you smile and made you think, I think I'm going to go and have a go at writing one of those. So if you do, good luck and have lots of fun, because that's what it's all about. Limericks are funny little poems. Anyway, all enjoy whatever you're doing today, getting up to all sorts of fun things, I hope. You all take care, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.